If you can lower yourself, lower your ego, and listen twice as much as you talk, that feedback is going to help steer you to get up there. But if you stay defiant in your position and egotistic and not listen, you'll end up down here. In the last vlog, I talked about it's not the big that eats the small, but the fast that eats the slow. And why that's critically important, obvious, other than it's total, like the saying and being totally obvious, is that if you can progress the ball and move your product into the marketplace, there's gonna be feedback, good and bad, that you're gonna have to take to iterate. So while the idea in its I guess on the back of a napkin, sketch or back of a piece of paper is in your head, when you bring it to market, you give it life, right? And when you give it life, it has its own path. And the whole idea with the business is you gotta basically be able to steer it and control it, right? And so when people give feedback, that should help change your direction. Business is not from here to here. Business is sort of like here, gets all fucked up in here, and the goal is to sort of end up over there, but the reality is you spend a lot of the time in this like fucking cloud. And if you can, this goes back to some of my other vlogs, if you can lower yourself, lower your ego, and listen twice as much as you talk, that feedback is gonna help steer you to get up there. But if you stay defiant in your position and egotistic and not listen, you'll end up down here, right? So critical. Yeah, so my daughter, she's an amazing singer, right? But she's not as amazing as I think she is. And that's because I have these things in my eyes called love goggles, right? And your parents and your family and your friends never want to hurt you, right? They always want to stay in the comfort zone. They don't want to rock the boat. And so and actually think that that's actually counterproductive to success. You've got to surround yourself with people that can kick you in the nuts and basically tell you what's up, and you should be able to take it, reflect, and then iterate. And so if you can't get that from home, most people can't, then you need to go and get it from the consumer who's potentially going to buy your product or didn't buy your product because, and take those learnings and iterate your product or service or experience. Which time? We're now in almost 2020 right now. So it's been, let's just say round numbers, 15 to 17 years. It's probably a bit longer, but yeah, at least one kick every day. At least one kick every day. And the success, or the relative success, is because I can handle the not so good stuff. And it doesn't hurt my ego, it doesn't hurt my pride. And if it's taken from the right people, then it's all about growth. I think the only pattern is brutal honesty, right? I'm not into sugarcoating stuff. I'm also, if you speak to like Gav and George, who form 2 of the 3 people on the leadership team, they will only have to say half a sentence and I'll be like, got it. But I need to hear them out. I need to hear them take me through that thought journey that they've got. It's super critical that you hear, absorb, digest, and then iterate. Or alternatively, do a full pivot, right? I think feedback is super important because you, like me, don't know everything. And I think that if you're able to position yourself in a way that accepts feedback, you are going to be one of the most powerful businesses, one of the most powerful leaders, one of the most powerful whatever you want to be type person, professional. I think that's really the success, the secret to success.